Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Chadi Riad and then as well about Marc Casado. We're going to be talking about these two players. And then as well towards the end of the video, we're going to be talking about the clash against PSG. Before tonight on our Monday episode, we go into full detail and we give our full preview about that clash against the French Giants. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Make sure to go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, now let's talk about Chadi Riad, the ex-Barcelona player who is currently, I would say, on loan at Real Betis because Barcelona, they're interested in his future. Now, Chadi Riad is a defender, specifically a center back, and he's been doing really well at Real Betis. He's been getting a lot of minutes. He's been playing well. And the thing with that is that his performances have not gone unnoticed, and Barcelona, they are looking to buy him back. But the interesting thing is that Barcelona, they're not looking to buy him, to keep him. They're actually looking to buy him to sell him, for a bigger offer. Now, currently Real Betis, they have like a mandatory purchase option in that Betis contract for 3 million euros, and so Real Betis, they are gonna have to pay 3 million euros. But the thing is, if Barcelona, they want to buy him back, they're gonna have to pay 7. So in total, Barcelona, they're gonna have to pay 4 million euros to buy Chadi Riad back from Real Betis. And after they do that, they're going to be looking to basically sell him for upwards of 15 to 20 million euros. And now you ask, why is Barcelona going to do all of this, sort of like financial moves in order to bring him back? And it's simple. This is like a player who can, gain some money for. And on top of that, some people would say, hey, why not keep him if he's doing well at Real Betis? And the thing is, we have a lot of center backs in the squad, guys. We have Pau Cubarsí, Ronald Araujo, Inigo Martinez, Eric Garcia coming back, Kunde, Christensen. You have a lot of center backs, and not every single one of them can play. And Riyad at the moment, his objective is to play regular minutes, and that's completely understandable as a young player. He wants to continue growing and gaining first team minutes and first team football, and so you're not going to have that at Barcelona, especially with the likes of Pau Cubarsí, of Ronald Araujo ahead of you. It's going to be very, very difficult, even for an experienced veteran like Inigo Martinez, who's struggling, and even Kunde, whose best position is in that center back spot, he's being played at the right back. So that's like the level of quality that we're having in our center backs at the moment. And so the situation with Riyad at the moment is that he's going to be coming back to Barcelona, but he's not going to stay at Barcelona. They're going to be looking to sell him maybe to like a Premier League team, or back to Real Betis for upwards of 15 to 20 million euros. But guys, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on his situation. Would you guys want him to come back? Would you guys want him to stay with the club? And definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. And now moving on to another Barcelona player, who's basically, future is a little bit uncertain, just like with Riyad. Marc Casal's contract, guys, it ends in 2024, in June of 2024, and Barcelona, they do have the option to to extend that contract for another year. But the thing is, Barcelona, they haven't created any moves. They haven't been proactive in trying to renew Marc Casal. And Marc Casal, he is a pivot. He is the captain for Barcelona Athletic. He recently just had his Barcelona debut against, in that game against Atletico Madrid in La Liga. But the thing is, Marc Gasol has been called up, over 30 times, and he's only, basically debuted once. That's not a very, very good sign, and I don't think that Xavi trusts him whatsoever. And especially in the situation that Barcelona is in, where we don't have a pivot, we were light in that midfield, and a player like Marc Gasol, whose profile would fit perfectly in Barcelona, he still isn't getting minutes. Then that just means, hey, Xavi doesn't count on you whatsoever. And so it seems that Marc Gasol is going to be having to look, outside of the club, looking at what clubs are interested in order to progress his career. And if you are Barcelona, how much would you guys be asking for Marc Gasol? Obviously, I would want him, to have a preseason with Barcelona, for having, work with the first team, see him more, play some more minutes, because I definitely think that maybe Marc Gasol won't turn out to be to be this next superstar, but he could be, a squad player, a utility player who can basically do a job in that midfield. But guys, if you guys were to sell Marcasal, for how much money would you guys sell him for? But now, guys, I'm going to be talking about that tie against PSG, because multiple PSG players, coaches, Luis Enrique as well. They've come out and they basically obviously been talking about that clash against Barcelona. And right now, I want to be looking at some words from Ousmane Dembele, an ex-Barcelona player, and what he has said in regards to that clash against Barca. And this is what he said. It's wonderful to play in Barcelona and Spain again. I think it will be a great football match. I would say that I learned a lot on and off the field, thanks to my coaches, but also to the great friends I made there. I don't know everyone, but I know a lot of people. I learned a lot there. Now, I know Barcelona fans are completely torn on Dembele. So, and some people view his time as successful. Some people don't view him as his time successful at all. And me personally, the only good memory that I have of Ousmane Dembele in Barcelona is, of that goal against Chelsea. But my best memory of Ousmane Dembele is not even with the Barcelona jersey. It's actually with the French national team jersey, in which he is able to commit the foul on Angel Di Maria in the World Cup final, to basically give a penalty to Messi, in which he scored it away. And, Ousmane Dembele, his career at Barcelona, it wasn't successful whatsoever in my eyes. He just, for the amount of money that we paid for him, it was just not a good move. And he's still close with a lot of Barcelona players. He's close with Jules Koundé, who he recently saw with the French national team. He's close with Gavi. He's still friends with some with some Barcelona players. And Ousmane Dembele is going to be a player that we're going to have to keep an eye on. He is going to be a dangerous player, and he's going to be, a very useful player for PSG. He's going to be, causing danger, and Cancelo's going to have to be on his A game in order to combat him. And I cannot wait for that clash on Wednesday. But now, guys, as I said, Ousmane Dembele has spoken. But now I want to be talking about the words from the PSG Ultras, because the PSG Ultras, they've also had a couple of interesting words to say about the clash on Wednesday. And this is what they had to say in response. On Wednesday, we asked to make the opponents tremble as soon as they enter the pitch. This despicable Barcelona, so often favored by referees, must feel a hostile territory. It is our duty to make our stadium a terrifying fortress for them, and with the determination of our team, that's unbreakable. So right there, PSG Ultras declaring war on Barcelona. A footballing war, and just let's not get anything confused or anything like that. But last time Barcelona faced PSG, we already know what happened. Barcelona, they faced them and they beat them 6-1. We're not going to be talking about that COVID era where they beat us in the Camp Nou. I'm not going to say the score and we drew away, because that just, it's COVID tax. We're not going to be talking about that. But guys, once again, both sides are feeling the excitement. They're feeling the pressure of such a huge match, and I cannot wait. But now, guys, I want to be talking about Luis Enrique, because, as I said before, he also had a couple of interesting words in response to Barcelona, and this is what he said in regards to that. There is no pressure in the Champions League. It's quite the opposite. Barcelona have 5, we have none. For us, there is definitely no pressure. The ambition is immense. And so right there, Luis Enrique is saying that, hey, this squad is ambitious. Barcelona, they are a team with 5 Champions Leagues. We have none. I like how he said that, like, hey, Barcelona, they have 5, PSG have 0 UCLs. And so it is going to be our job to be the team who goes out there and prove a point. And continuing on, playing against Barcelona is difficult for me from an emotional point of view, but at the same time, it is stimulating. I want to do a good job. I want my team to win the match. I want to prove to them and to myself that as a professional, I am at the highest level. And that means beating Barca. To hurt them, we're going to have to give the best version of ourselves. Barcelona is a very high level club. It's a good team. It will be very difficult, but I think we are at a very high level too. We are in a good period, and I am convinced that we can eliminate them. And obviously, Luis Enrique is the PSG coach. He has to be a professional, and he has to be supportive of this team. And he said glowing words about Barcelona. He gave respect to Barcelona. He understood what it is to play against Barcelona, and as you know, a Barcelona fan, I thank Luis Enrique for that respect, and I give respect to him as well. His PSG team is going to be very, very difficult team to beat as well. And Barcelona, they're gonna have to give the best version of themselves as well in order to beat them. And on Wednesday, we're gonna see, hey, whose best version is going to be able to come out on top. Continuing on, um, oh yeah, continuing on, guys. I want to be talking about wait, just wrong tab. Apologies for that. But I want to be talking about is it Robert Taylor? Right? Is it Anthony? No, about Anthony Taylor. Guys, I completely blanked out there. But I want to be talking about the English referee Anthony Taylor, because he will be the coach in that UCL tie between Barcelona and PSG on Wednesday. And I just want to throw some stats out there. I'm not going to say anything about them, but in the 4 matches in which we've had Anthony Taylor as our referee, we've only won 1 match. We lost 3-0 against Bayern Munich at home. We drew 1-1 against PSG back in 2021, and we had the 0-0 draw against Olympiacos. And when you look at PSG's fixtures with Anthony Taylor, they've all been victories except that 1-1 draw against Barcelona. And so, our record with Anthony Taylor as a referee, it hasn't been very, very good. But stats are stats. Anything can happen in football. Anything can happen. And so Barcelona, they should be looking at that game with enthusiasm and look, to basically add another win into our belt and basically, change that negative record into our favor. But guys, that was it for the video for today. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I discussed. What do you guys make of Chadi Riad, and then as well of Marc Casado? What would you guys do with them? And what do you guys make the words from Ousmane Dembele and Luis Enrique? Some big words from them. And then as well from the words from the PSG Ultras saying that they're going to be declaring a war on us. But guys, later on tonight, we're going to be making a full UCL preview in which we're going to be talking, about our clash against PSG, and then as well as the other games in the Champions League. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video.